Gary from MrG Shave. I'm back after, using the word back is probably the wrong word to use, but I've returned after problems with my back. Still not completely 100%, but I'm desperate for a shave, as you can no doubt see. Good example of how to map your beard growth. You can see which way the hair is growing and stuff. So there you go. But yes, I haven't shaved for a week, and my hair I haven't shaved since last Friday. Was it the Friday before my back problem? So I've got almost a full head of hair. Yeah, I wish. So this is Shave of the Day 102, Straight Shave. I think it's number 26, but I'll correct it up there if that's wrong. So I'm going to introduce you to the hardware as usual, and then I'll get ready for the shave, and I'll lather up, get everything ready, and then I'll get on with the shave. So the hardware today, to lather up, I'm using this hand-hammered copper bowl. Nice and cheap, no problems. I think you get them off eBay or Etsy or somewhere like that. And this is the PAA Phoenix Shaving Amber Aerolite brush. So that's the brush I'm using today. I think this is a 24mm. Could do with a bit of a wipe. I've obviously left some soap scum on here. There you go, that looks better. So, Amber Aerolite, lovely brush. So that's the brush I'm going to use. The razor today, it is a Wednesday, so it's Straight Shave. This is a Drew Dick that is on a pass around from John June. John wanted me to mention that all of these razors come in at around the £225 mark. This particular razor is a Drew Dick. It was £185, but then you've got to add 40 for the scales. The Thayers, Ale and DD were all £225. Let's just have a look. The scales on this razor are, so the Drew Dick is a 7/8 quarter hollow straight point in Burtney Aqua Redrum Mallee Burl hybrid scales. So there you go. So that is what this is, and the DD should be around there on the there you go, you should be able to see it now. So DD obviously standing for Drew Dick. So that's what I'm using today. I'm going to get myself ready and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Get some more water on this, on the old face. Good result yesterday for England, wasn't it? Taking them long enough. But they deserved it. I'm not a follower of football, as I think I've said before. But that was a good game. So that's the pre-shave. Now the pre-shave I used was, it's too slippery to handle now, Britto Glyce. If you just Google it. The soap that I'm using is, I need to dry my fingers a bit more. Goodfellas Smile Sea Citrus. So there you go. That's the soap, and it's got a little cap in it. And find the little tab, open it up, and you will see this is probably only about the second or third use of this soap. I've taken a few scoops out of there with my little shovel. Well, this is what I use to take the soap out. So yeah, so that's what I'm using today, and already lathered up, so I'm going straight to it. Now this is going to be interesting because for almost a complete week I haven't been able to lift my arm above my shoulder height, and a straight shave probably isn't the best shave to start shaving with when you've had a bad back, but I'm going for it because I'm very much aware that this is a pass around and I need to get these done in the time that I said I was going to get them done, which is 3 weeks. So I would have normally used a DE for my first shave because I'd have probably just done a one-handed shave, but I'm going to see how I get on. If I find that I can't continue, I'll still post the video, but I'll just stop it wherever I can't continue. It may just be a 2-pass shave today, but we'll see. We'll see. Where I think I'm going to experience difficulty is stretching the skin. So, right, here goes. Going straight down. First time I've used this straight razor. Bear with me one moment. Right, I'm back again. It was my son, he had to pop back in. He left something from that he should have taken into work. Luckily he works in the village, so he didn't have far to go. This is actually quite difficult. I can definitely feel the tightness in my back when I try to stretch my skin. But this razor is taking it down. No problem. Look at that. Just block that off. That is an amazing start. So this side should be a bit easier. Seven days growth is really challenging. For any razor, but probably one of the best razors to use when you've got 7 days growth is one of these straights. Bit of alum. Just taking my time. Nicked myself a bit, I'm not surprised. Oh, it's so nice to have a shave though. I mean, yes, this is uncomfortable. And I am worried that I'm going to cut myself. But this is so worth it. Lovely edge. Funnily enough, I think the edge on the first one I used on the Thayers felt a little bit better than this, but that's probably because I've got 7 days growth. I mean, I'll see how I go now on the across the grain pass. Let's just clean off this cloth a minute. Obviously I'm taking my time with this because, for obvious reasons. And I'm using Goodfellas Smile because it's one of the slickest soaps I know. And you do need the slickness when using a straight razor, especially when you're impeded due to muscle spasms in your back. Okay, the spasms have gone, but they've left everything aching. But I'm enjoying the shave. Yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, I'll probably take some more tramadol after this. I've stopped taking the diazepam because the muscles have come out of spasm, so I don't need the diazepam now, but I'm still taking the pregabalin and the tramadol. Not at full dose though, I've reduced the dose so that I can do this shave and also feel kind of like I'm a member of the planet. So here goes. Across the grain on this side is straight up. Let's just clean this. It's a brand new t-shirt as well. Getting soap all over it. Oh, that feels a lot smoother now. There's not a lot of feedback because this is a quarter hollow, so this does not sing like you would get from a full hollow, but it's definitely cutting, believe me. Somebody for Father's Day, around Father's Day, it wasn't a Father's Day suggestion, it was just, I think I was looking at a forum or something and somebody had been to a Turkish barber. Never been to a Turkish barber. Might have been John actually that was talking about it. I'm not sure who it was, but suffice to say, I'm interested to hear what people's comments are about their experiences with Turkish barbers. I found one that's got some pretty good reviews near me in a town called Kenilworth. So I might be giving that a go. Right, here goes. No, that's not going to work. Let's go back to, oh, I couldn't get my hand round to stretch, so I'm being hyper careful. Well, that worked. Normally I get my hand all the way around the other side. I can't do it. Just can't do it. Wow. Much smoother, but very difficult when you, as I say, when you can't stretch like you normally would. Wow. I'm going to go for the third pass because I've been looking forward to this for so long. I've got to go for the third pass, get some more water on. But obviously you can tell it's a bit more difficult. So this is against the grain. So this should be interesting. Okay, it's not the closest shave I've had, but when you consider the difficulties that I'm dealing with here, it's not surprising. But that's a lot better than it was. So I am concentrating. I'm trying not to slice my head off. This is much smoother. So the first pass felt quite rough, but that's not surprising. It was 7 days growth. And now, so the second pass felt really quite smooth, and now it feels really good. Man, was I desperate for this shave. I probably could have done this yesterday. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I waited till today to do the straight shave, because even though this is uncomfortable, not the shave itself but my back, I'm so enjoying this. Feels great. It's not the closest shave so far, but as I say, I'm working with restrictions. There's a lot left here, but I'll get that in a minute. So pickup pass, here I come. And then we'll go to the post shave. I mean, effectively with the pickup pass I do 4 passes with a straight razor, and with, it's just because I enjoy shaving so much and I don't get that much irritation, so sometimes I do. I might get some after this because I haven't shaved in so long, but who cares? I've got rid of that itchy beard. So here we go. I'm trying to work out how I would normally do this. I definitely need some alum. Feels so good, that does. That pickup pass, I always look forward to the pickup pass because it is always the smoothest. That's close enough. Right, running out of space on this cloth. Bit of alum. That, I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm tempting fate if I carry on. But suffice to say, I'm glad I got through a full shave. I'm going to clean up
and I'll be right back.
Right, I'm back. I don't think I put my external recorder on for the main part of that video, but I'm going to not bend down now, I don't think. I'm just going to use a cold flannel. Oh. This is definitely not the closest shave I've ever had, but bearing in mind the problems that I've had doing this shave, I'm not surprised. But it's a good enough shave. A DFS, shall we say. It's not a BBS anywhere, but it's certainly done what it's supposed to do. Right, let's get some alum on this and see if I've got any feedback. Yeah, I have. Not a lot. Bit more down here. So cheeks 1 or 2 out of 10. On my neck, about 3 or 4. Here on the jawline, about a 5. Not so there, but here, yes. That feels great. Little bit of burn, yeah, but that's fine. It's perfectly acceptable levels of burn, regardless of back problems or not, if I'm quite honest. But yeah, lovely shave, really enjoyed that. You know how it is when you haven't shaved for a few days and you're desperate, you really want to shave. Well, I have to say that feels great. First shave I've had since my back went into spasm. I've got to tap my hair yet, or my head. I don't want to talk about hair on my head. Just wiping the alum off. That was lovely. Right, here goes. I'm finishing off with Thayers Witch Hazel. I may even give my head shave a miss this week, because I don't know how I'm going to. I might be able to do it with one hand. I mean, this arm is fine, but this one, that's where it's hurting straight away. So I'm not through it yet, and it might take another week for me to get through it. But that's, you know, can't do anything about it really. But I was desperate for the shave and I was desperate to do a video, so I'm going on with All Seasons Lemon Cologne, which is a Turkish. Oh, that's got a burn. Turkish. It's a Turkish aftershave, but beautiful. I love this. I do wish I could still get this. Out of the two, out of the Duru and this, I think I prefer this one. It's got a stronger lemon scent. And then I'm finishing off with Act Your Age Nivea Men. So there you go. So just do one squirt. And straight on. Feels great. Right. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the shave. Thank you very much, John, for doing this pass around. It's much appreciated. I've got one more to do, which is what I consider to be the pièce de résistance, which is something called the Ale razor, which is a very large blade. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, so from me and the Drew Dick. Let's see if we can get that in focus. The DD is there somewhere. There you go. Beautiful razor. Lovely. Out of the two so far, though, I would say I prefer the Thayers. The Thayers is and for me that was just easier to use. But they're both excellent razors. Ooh, still bleeding a bit. Might need to use the stick tick. That should get it. So yeah, I will see you now. It may be Friday, but we'll see. Look out for my video on Friday. If I can get my arm above my shoulder height without too much trouble, then I will do a head shave on Friday. Otherwise, it'll be Saturday for a face shave. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.